Man, we got a little bug friend again. Sorry, little camera shake. How's everyone doing today? Morning or afternoon, everyone. What the is right, yeah. You guys are hanging out. Feel free to drop a like, drop a sub. We just got a little spike in viewership. I appreciate you guys. All of my drawings and wood burnings are completely originals too. I just freehand them. I don't know. How's everyone's Saturday going? I guess it just started for some people, but hell yeah, at least it's Saturday. I'm not taking suggestions at this point. While I appreciate it, basically suggestions are exclusive to patrons. So if you want to become a patron, you can always suggest things. But until then, doing so too much will get you timed out. It's kind of a slow process, but it's a process of love for sure. You're kind of just running over the same spots over and over again. So what I'm doing is wood burning pyrography. Basically, I'm scorching the wood in patterns that are gonna stay around forever. I'm branding it, if you will. This bit right here is about 800 degrees. And basically we are branding the wood in the pattern we desire. A lot of it is like playing a game of hot potato, I always say. You just constantly want to keep your bit moving. You never want to leave it still in the same spot. So that's kind of why I'm just sitting here making circles. Feel free to ask any questions if you guys have any. Welcome in, guys. I appreciate that. We're wood burning here. All my stuff is originals too. So I just freehand them onto the piece of wood and then I just burn over top. So we just, if you were around at the beginning of the week, you could see that they start from sketches. New drawing every week generally too. So we're coming up on a new one here. I gotta draw it out today or tomorrow. I'm gonna turn that down a notch. Welcome in, guys. If you guys are hanging out and you're new, feel free to drop a sub. We're here most every day doing wood burnings, so feel free to stop in and check out what I'm doing. It's not always the same stuff. Welcome in, Jin. How's the electricity bill? I mean, it doesn't take that much electricity. Well, it definitely takes a bit. It's not much more than like your game system or anything like that. I appreciate that, Sea Dozer. I like seeing other people's art. I don't know if you can post it here, but you can always post it on YouTube and like tag me or like at me, and I can see it. As long as, I mean, if it's YouTube safe, it's just gonna get taken down. I mean, a lot of my dreams are fever dreams. I don't sleep well. I have a lot of sleep problems, and I always say that a lot of my art is kind of based off what I see in my sleep or what I see in my day to day life in a way. Um, Chronic illness, chronic pain kind of does that. So generally, a lot of the time, that's what I say my inspiration is. They just kind of come out of my brain, so I appreciate you guys. Yeah, right now we're kind of just adding in some detail. Kind of adding, I mean, yeah, it's really cool when you get close, but kind of adding some detail in between the mountains so you can add see. Eh, my my brain's not working, so you can see some depth and shading and stuff like that between the layers. Like they look like they're at different points, but they're not. Yeah, there goes the viewership because I can't talk right. Anyways, let's reset. That's what happens when you start streaming right when you wake up. Your brain's not ready to interact yet. Thank you. Shading is kind of my specialty, especially in wood burning. You kind of just have to shade a lot to create different colors and stuff like that. So shading is very important. When you have like this is something that isn't shaded versus something that is shaded because it's like you can just blast the background. This is like an old piece I did. But if you don't come back in and add some like detail in between like under here, and I really shouldn't do this because it's got sealant on it already, but just to show you the difference. If I just came in here and added a little bit more shading underneath the um, legs, look at that compared to that. That looks so much better and more depth. You just need to add a little bit more depth. See, look at that. Already a lot more dynamic, and I could do that in between the eyes, kind of between the folds. You just want to add some depth in where you think the shadows would be. I appreciate that, Sea Dozer. A lot of it is remembering where your light source is too. Because if you can remember your light source and shade accordingly, it will look a lot cooler. Like we have our light here, so all our dark sides are gonna be like right here. This is all gonna be dark. This is gonna be extra dark. We got that lip that's extra dark. Basically, the lighter side is gonna be the stuff that's facing the moon there. So technically speaking, this whole mountain face needs to be a lot darker. I never went to art school, but I do know some stuff. I really appreciate that, Monty. Yeah, no, is that what you were saying? Yeah, I just noticed that too. So, yeah, no, sometimes it's still, it's always a work in progress until I decide it's done. Yeah, this guy needs a bit more too. This guy needs a bit more. Welcome in, Ishmita. Doing well. It's a nice Saturday. Have today off. I don't know if you have the ability to scroll back in the YouTube, but if you, yeah, if you just go and check that, you can see how much difference it looks. How much difference? How different it looks from just 5 minutes ago. This mountainside compared to how it was. So I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to really tell what I'm doing because it's slow acting. It's slow reveal. But I promise you, I'm doing quite a bit. Yeah, it's quite similar. Wood burning, if I had to correlate wood burning to anything, it's probably the most similar to tattooing. Basically, it's an additive draw, or I guess it is a takeaway drawing too. But like, basically, oh, you can't take things away very well. Has that been there the whole time, or did I put that? Man, I've been so hyper focused. Random string. Um, man, I'm so ADHD. I lost my train of thought. Either way, wood burning is fun. It's kind of like tattooing. It is. You can only add. You can't. You can only take away the wood. You can't add to the wood. So basically, if I make a mark and it's dark enough, I can't take that away. So basically, I can only add. I cannot take away. And the more we add to the mountains, the more contrast we're gonna get on the tentacles too, and kind of have that pop. If you guys are just now joining, feel free to drop a like, drop a sub. little bit. Basically, if you leave one part mostly white, the contrast is going to be so hard that it's going to be sorry, one second. The contrast is going to be so heavy that you're not going to really notice anything like that. So I generally like a area that is super hard white and super not. Like you get like the dark browns and the blacks and stuff like that, just as the contrast. Sorry, my brain's not working because I had to time that guy out. I don't have my mods in here yet. Feel free to drop kind comments. If you guys are having a good morning, let me know. I hope everyone is. Back over here. I got distracted. Good. I honestly, that's great. So yeah, I do pencil. I usually have a charcoal pencil around. Oh, I do right here. I use charcoal pencil mostly because charcoal, if I'm burning over charcoal, that's what this is. This I'm just charcoal on charcoal. So it's safer to burn and not have like graphite fumes coming up. And second of all, it erases way better on wood because if you draw over this, and I got like pencil marks, it's so hard to erase. So yeah, no, I pre-draw with charcoal pencil, and then I would burn over top of it. I never redo any of my designs too, so once I draw out a design and burn it, that's the only one I'm ever going to make of that. I am going to do some clothing here shortly, though, that is going to be based off my characters. So some of them are going to be made into clothing and t-shirts and merch and stuff, but generally I'm still only going to ever have one wood burning of each. I appreciate that, you guys. Yeah, it's a work in progress. I mean, this guy is probably the last stream with this guy, so we're getting close to the end. I haven't made them yet, but that's something that's on my list. I just need a little bit of funding. But like I want to make some of these guys into t-shirts. There's some designs I think would look really sick. Like there's this one, another tentacle one. This would look really sick on like the back of a hoodie. I also have like this guy. This would be kind of sick on the back of a hoodie. I don't know. There's just a lot of my designs that I really want to make into something more than just wood burnings. I think they would look really sick as like, you know, if I obviously not the wood burn part, but like from the black onward is where the t-shirt or the hoodie goes on. So basically you just have this as the back icon. That'd be kind of sick. Yeah, I want like good quality because I actually want to start selling them as Like it's my art, so I really want to start, making sure they're good quality and it's not just like a cheap means to an end. I even thought about making them embroidered, but that's going to be expensive. Yeah, I honestly think there's a ton of my designs that would look kind of sick on a tee. Like this one on like the back of it, like over the wingspan. There's this one too. This would look good on the back of a t-shirt or on the front even. But yeah, no, I think they look pretty cool, especially if I just do the contrast of the black going into the t-shirt. But even having some of the color and the browns and stuff in it, I think that'd be sick. Welcome in, Lily. Hell yeah. I like being weird and having weird stuff. So yeah, that's we can be the weird crew of weird drawings. I want to make them decently affordable too, and not have like, $20 t-shirts. So I got to figure out a good way to make them quality and not expensive. What would you guys pay for a t-shirt and a hoodie? Like a custom one from a merch shop you like? Just honest opinion. Personally, I wouldn't spend much more than like 20 on this t-shirt, and then I wouldn't spend much more than like 40 to 60 on a hoodie. But I don't buy designer shit, so that also tells. 35, 45 for a hoodie or a t-shirt. I appreciate all opinions. $45 for a hoodie. Interesting. Okay. No, you're good. I was actually asking about like spitball, like what people would pay for a t-shirt or a hoodie for like from a creator or artist. Because I really do want to make this into like a clothing line or something. But I need good pricing. I don't want like outrageous stuff. Like personally, I wouldn't spend much more than like $20 or yeah, like $20 on a t-shirt, and then like 40 to 60 on a hoodie. So I'm kind of basing. I want my prices about under that if I can, but finding a good supplier that's going to get that is going to be hard. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what I want to do with the hoodie too. Okay. I don't know. I'm also come from not a very wealthy family, so usually when I see like 20, 25, $30 shirts, I'm like, yeah, no, I can go to Goodwill and get them for $5, you know. So I want decent quality for decently affordable so I can sell a bit of them. I don't know. I also want them good. I'm so conflicted. But I want to do it. We're gonna do it. If you guys are interested in t-shirts and hoodies and shit, they're probably, hopefully, it can be rolling by the end of the year. We'll see. The tree under this one. You mean this guy? I have a lot of trees. I don't know. There's one in my room right now that actually would look really sick on a t-shirt. It's kind of long though. I don't know. Oh, you're good. No worries. Another one that would look sick on the back of a t-shirt. Tell me that wouldn't be a fucking sick ass hoodie. See, I think it'll be cool. I'm excited. I just need some better funding for it. If I can make like one Etsy sale, one or two big Etsy sales, I can probably fund doing some t-shirts and hoodies. So we'll see. If you guys want to check out my Etsy and see my store, definitely check out the description. I have all kinds of price ranges from $15 pieces, like these guys, to like, a couple $100 pieces that take hours. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's even like medium sizes, like I can show you. Little wall decor that's just like medium. I think this guy's only like 50, 60. I mean, he might go on sale soon too. Always check to see if there's sales. Hey, thank you, Florian. I appreciate that. Hey, welcome in, Kai. How much does wood cost by itself? Not very much. I mean, you can get like so of this, you could probably get a six pack for like 30, 40 bucks. But a lot of the pricing comes from the fact that they can be like 20, 30 hour pieces. That's one thing people don't really realize about wood burning until they start is it takes a long time. It's a bit different than just drawing. It's like if your pen was a slow release ink and you basically had to have to slowly draw it. Thus why I'm always on the max temperatures. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I love having my own little niche here. People say I have a very original style, and I love that. Honestly, I live for that. I appreciate that, guys. People can say whatever they want about my art, but they can't say it's not original, and that's what I like. Find something you like. Find something you find intriguing and just delve into that. Like I started with eyes. Like I wanted to start I thought my thing was going to be eyes, that I just added eyes to everything. I mean, there is eyes on it. But then I realized that it doesn't have to just be eyes. It can be creatures, it can be monsters, it can be eeriness, it can be I just like creepy crawly. I like weird stuff. So just find that niche that you really like doing and don't let yourself be bound by what it realistically needs to look like. Like mountains don't realistically look like this. They're not realistically pointy. They're not just don't care about that kind of stuff. Like we're here in Adventure Time with like crazy Ice King mountains, you know? Like it doesn't matter. Not being bound by the constraints of realism is usually the biggest thing. Yeah, I didn't always used to be patient, I would say. I patience is a taught trait. It is a learned trait. Some people are born with it, some people learn to grow with it more. I have a very annoying bird that I do love dearly, but he loves to scream, and he's my patience like teacher at this point. I'm always very calm and nice with him, but he just loves screaming. Uh, I mean, yeah, if you fit a vibe and you have drawings that you go back to, keep drawing with it. Maybe it's something. Maybe it's a vibe. I don't know. Just don't get possessed. Not very many regulars today. It's interesting. Well, Kai is a regular of sorts. I'm doing well. I'm. It's Saturday. Not really got much going on, so that's a positive. Four birds and a dog. Yeah, it really depends on the bird, on what kind of bird you're gonna get. Like the species really matters, and then just the individual bird really matters. They're so personable and different. Hey, honestly, Florian, I'm not a very good drawing at drawing either. Like I never used to practice. I never used to be doing very good. I still don't practice drawing very much. I don't consider myself an amazing drawing person, whatever verb or way to say that is. Um, but I consider myself a good wood burner. So basically, you don't have to necessarily be an amazing drawer. I don't know what word I'm looking for here. That sounds so not lingual. Um, you just have to be good at the actual art form that you're trying to create. Exactly. Practice makes perfect. But a lot of it is like if I did charcoal drawings and stuff like that, and like I pre-drew it and then used the charcoal on top. The charcoal is what I could get really good at if I didn't have to worry about focusing on the drawing as much. Because the drawing is really only the framework. Unless you are just drawing and that's all you're doing, your drawing should just be your framework that you go off of for your final drawing. I mean, that's what I mean by being bound by realism. You don't need to be worrying about positions. Like you do. If you want proper techniques to like art school, yeah, you need to be worrying about like, you know, perspective and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to build a style does not need to be constrained by perspective. Like look up stylistic skulls just in general. Look up stylistic skulls, and anatomically they're going to be so far from real that it's just kind of laughable, but they still look sick. Hell yeah, wood burning is fun. I applaud any other wood burners out there. It's kind of a hard skill to master. Thank you. It's not a job, it's a hobby. It's called doing what you love. I've been wood burning for about 3 going on 4 years. Not very long, honestly, in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it takes up a lot of my life, honestly. Oh, I love deep sea stuff. I watch so many deep sea documentaries. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you that I don't have some innate skill from my family. I come from a very artistic family, so I can't tote that everything I've learned has been off my own back. I do have a little bit of an innate talent for art, and I do recognize that. I'm not saying I'm any great artist because I really am not there yet. We might get there at some point, but I do recognize that my family is a little bit I don't know. Like all of us are artists in some ways. I just found my passion on my own. No one really does like I'm not gonna dox my family obviously, but my sister does like museum work. Um and my mom has an art degree. So they are very artistically inclined, but they do their own practices and stuff like that, their own art forms, and none of which is wood burning or anything like that. Wood burning is kind of my thing. I actually used to be more of a 3D artist. I liked sculpture, I like ceramics, I like stuff like that a lot more, wood carving. I did carving before I did wood burning. This is something I whittled out of. This whole thing was a block at one point, and then I just whittled a little guy out of it, and then eventually came back and wood burned him. It just hurts my hands. I have a lot of physical disabilities at this point, due to like a medical accident that I happened. So I can't really just put very much pressure on my hands anymore. So it's something I like to do occasionally, but it's something that kind of doesn't feel good when I try to accomplish it. Like I wanted to make this guy into a little totem pole, but like I don't know if I'm ever gonna get around to it. It just he's cool though. I like him. I thought I was gonna be a 3D artist at one point, but here I am doing 2D stuff. How you doing, all support? Ceramics can be easier. I like working with my hands because it's something I've always done and it's something I've been very good at. But it may be something I have to phase out, and well, I'll never get to phase out this, but ceramics is a little bit more intensive sometimes. Can you tell a little fact about mushrooms? Sure, go right for it. I love mushroom facts. Yeah, right now we're just trying to figure out what I want to do for the rest of my life. Got to figure out if disability's gonna help me or if I gotta go figure out something else. I will try to always be here in some capacity. That's interesting, actually. I know a lot of mushroom facts, so I was wondering if it was going to be like a basic fact or like an advanced fact, and that's like an advanced fact. That's pretty cool. It's like a level 9 fact there. You got a good fact. My favorite fact is the fact that mushrooms share their nutrients with other plants and things, and in no need of return. They don't ask for anything back. Mushrooms just share their nutrients. Yeah, no, I know that. Not from any experience for legal reasons. But yeah, I've heard all about Amanita mushrooms. They grow quite commonly here in the Pacific Northwest, so people talk about them a lot. Very pretty mushrooms. I love Amanitas. My favorite are those like bleeding cap ones. Those guys look weird as hell. Tryptophobic nightmare. Any plant fans out here? I got so many plants. We even got one on screen today. I got like 40 plants at least. Love me some plants. Botany's sick. I'd totally go into botany if I wanted to get the degree for it all of a sudden. See, that's honestly, people care too much about their plants, and that's where it goes wrong. Plant keeping is about observation. In my opinion, it's all about observation. Do not water it at all until the plant tells you it needs water. And the plant's going to tell you it needs water by just looking slightly different, slightly more like soft, like he's limp over, and it's going to look slightly different. He's going to be slightly squishier, and you just wait until that point, then water him fully, and then you're done. Wait until that happens again. No, plants never rarely need a schedule. They rarely need anything like that with watering. Like you can't just say I'm gonna water them every week. at this time, and then because that'll kill them eventually. Because there are times where your plant wants three waterings in a week, and then it wants one watering in a month. You know, it depends on season. It depends on growing season. There's a lot that goes into it. We're getting close to being done here. Getting pretty happy with where it's at. Dude, I am obsessed with dinosaurs. You were asking the right person. I'm a reptile fanatic, and you're talking about the time in history when reptiles ruled the world for like centuries, like eons, millions of years. Like the age of the reptiles was like the most prolific thing we've ever seen a single species like have power for that long. Dinosaurs are sick as hell. How do you get rid of fungus gnats? Um, Apple cider vinegar and fruit slices. So take a jar, put plastic wrap over it, poke some holes in it, apple cider vinegar. They're gonna go in there. They're gonna get stuck and they're gonna die. That or get the sticky traps. But generally, your fungus gnats, if you got fungus gnats and you got plants, it's in your soil. So you're gonna want to spray your soil. No, but yeah, one of my favorite dinosaurs is the Ankylosaurus. I know it's kind of basic, but I really like the Ankylosaurus. I love his little armor. His armor is adorable. And then I also like Utah raptors. They're kind of sick. Velociraptors and stuff like that are sick in general, but I really like Utah raptors because I grew up in Utah, and the Utah raptors are massive. Yeah, dude, I love dinosaurs so much. I was literally just watching a documentary on dinosaurs yesterday. No, they don't. Yeah, they're a lot smaller than the ones you see in movies. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. We're just doing some wood burning, kind of finishing this guy up before we start a new one next week. I appreciate it. Feel free to drop a sub if you guys want to check it out. Won't be on tomorrow, but I will be sketching something up to hopefully burn, hopefully something sick on Monday. So yeah. I appreciate you guys stopping by. We're probably going to be wrapping it up here shortly. Another like minute or two. So if you guys got any other questions, any last comments, anything you want to know before we stop the stream for today. I appreciate everyone hanging out. It's been a pretty good Saturday stream. Yeah, no, chicken is the closest. Well, chickens in general are one of the closest relatives to dinosaurs. Birds are the closest link we have to dinosaurs, and chickens are one of the closest things to dinosaurs of all birds. So, yeah, it's kind of interesting. And did you know that crocodiles actually evolved alongside some dinosaurs? Crocodiles are as old as some dinosaurs themselves. I appreciate everyone hanging out. We are going to wrap it up, though. We'll probably see some more of this guy on the channel doing some reveals and stuff like that, but he's mostly done. I may do some little touch-ups here and there, but kind of give you guys a close-up. I like how the shading turned out. Turned out really pretty. Good contrast a lot. Yeah, you can see that really well. I appreciate you guys. But yeah, if you want to catch the next drawing, catch the next wood burning, definitely drop a sub, drop a like, I guess. I don't know. My brain's shutting down. But I appreciate you guys, and I will catch you all on Monday or whenever you guys want to hang out again. So, take it easy. I appreciate it, guys. How many times can I say that before we end it?